Alright, hey guys, it's Mannequin here, and I'm bringing you for, excuse me, part 3, I believe, in the Fear playthrough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's part 3, and this is actually the only part that is not gonna be live commentated, and it's cause I had it live commentated. What part am I? In that part, well, I actually had it live commentated, but when I started rendering and stuff, because I had cut up the video in halves afterwards, apparently Sony Vegas decided to like crash on me, and I thought I didn't save it, and for some reason I couldn't open the file anymore. I couldn't do anything. So it was practically lost, and yeah, I just felt like I probably might have screwed things up, and I didn't know where exactly I had to go anymore in this game for me to get this kind of footage back into it live. But I just decided, you know what, screw it, just do this really quick, and it's gonna be a long video. It's because the reason I wanted to actually cut the video in half was because part 1 took forever to upload, and now part 2 is uploading, and I think I put press start upload 5 minutes ago, and it's still saying starting upload, and usually it starts the upload really quick, but oh well, who cares. Right here, I think in part 2 I actually die here, and I keep running around trying to like just find cover, and I died in part 2 because I actually fell off the building. Like, I tried running across something and I fell, but I don't have really good aim with the sniper for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm just not good at snipers. But since this isn't a live commentary, I wanted to talk about a story. It was really stupid. I don't know, maybe. Alright, so recently I just saw a cop. He arrested me 3 years ago for probation violation. What was I thinking? For curfew. I don't know if it's where like where you guys live, but we have a curfew here that minors can't go out after 10 o'clock on a weekday and 11 o'clock on a weekend. And well, it was summertime, and so my friends were over here and we were all chilling outside at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's been said that if you're on your front lawn or whatever, if you're on your property, you can actually be outside. So we're like, okay, cool. And this one time that a friend of mine who never really hangs out with us actually started hanging out with us. Well, let me rephrase that. A friend that never really comes over to my house much came over that one day, and this one day it turns out that we're actually gonna get in major trouble. He had already gotten curfew violation, and he actually ran away from the cops, so that was even worse, but they only let him off with a warning. So we were actually walking up the street to go to a friend's house, and while we were walking up the street, all of a sudden we see a cop car. My friend got scared because, well, he had already gotten in trouble, I think he said 5 days ago, before this incident happened, that 5 days before he had gotten in trouble. I'll tell a story after the cutscene if there's even any talking during this cutscene. So far, no. Alright, so he got in trouble 5 days before. Oh, and I got a trophy. He got in trouble 5 days before. And when he saw the cop car, he got scared. And the cutscene's gonna talk, so I'll stay quiet.
I hope you remember your flight training, brother. I never doubted you for a second.
Alright, since that cutscene kind of finished, back to my story. So he had just gotten in trouble 5 days before, and when he saw the cop car, he took off running. And then I was with him and another friend, and my other friend takes off running. I was like, why is he running? What's happening? And instead of like running back towards my house so I can actually not get in trouble, I ran with them. Okay, right now, after like thinking about it and looking over it, that was really stupid of me. I probably should have just ran home, but we actually ran the opposite way. So when we did that, the cops actually turned on their lights and they started following us and stuff, and we went to the back alleys, and well, the plan was, I'll stay quiet.
He never told us we were brothers. With every word, every test, every gift, he was raising us to be killers.
Alright, I'm sorry if you heard the typing, but alright, so I actually ran to the back alleys, and the main idea when we went to the back alleys was to either lose them back there because it was really dark, and we didn't think they would get off their car because it's just like 3 kids running away from props. We haven't done anything except like actually stay out past curfew. And oh my god, another cutscene. I'll stay quiet, I guess.
So, tell me, what does it feel like to kill your own brother? Can't say I enjoyed it very much. You didn't even bother to question your orders, did you? You just did as you were told. You know what I think? I think you felt guilty. And that's what kept you on the run.
We have strong resistance in Sector 40.
These whack jobs are getting more aggressive. We lost 5 men today.
You're fucking insane going back to Fairport. You won't last a minute down there. If we don't get you, those freaks will.
Sounds like Armacan's feeble attempt to clean up their mess isn't going so smooth.
Alright, I think that's the end of the cutscenes, or not, maybe not. Oh, he never talked, did he? Alright, so as I was saying, when we went to the back alleys, the main idea was for me and my friends to actually jump over my back fence, and go through my back door to get into my house. But when we went that way, we didn't expect them to get off their car. When we started walking that way, we saw a flashlight and we had to hide. And when we hid, we didn't think he saw us. But until my friend, not the one that got in trouble, but just the friend that was there with us, he prematurely stood up, and when he stood up, the cops saw him, and so when he saw him, we took off running, and he went after us, and he was like, stop, 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 and we were like, no, screw that, we're not gonna stop. There's no reason for us to stop. We're really close to my house. And well, when we started like running, we hid behind a building, we hopped a couple of fences, and then we ended up in an open area, and we started running across streets and stuff like that. We were actually going opposite to where I live now. We were going completely opposite, and we really had no idea where we were gonna end up now. I kept telling my friends that we should just sit on a porch of a random house that we know, like the people that live there. We should just sit there and just act like we live there, and if they tell us something, then the people at the house can probably back us up. But my friend was saying, no, that's a bad idea, which I don't know why he was saying it was a bad idea, but whatever. He was like, no, we should run to a friend's house that's nearby, and well, we should be able to make it. So we keep running, and now they're getting more cop cars after us, and it's stupid because it's only for 3 kids. I honestly think they could have probably been doing something more productive, but I guess not. And So we keep running, and then we keep seeing more cop cars and a whole bunch of stuff. And finally, like, once we're about to actually reach to our friend's house, a cop finds us in an open area, and he actually tells us to get down and stop. At first we didn't stop, but then like he brought out his gun and actually gave a warning shot in the air, and we were like, what the fuck? It actually surprised us that he did that, and we were like, what the hell is going on? So we automatically like just fell down to the ground. There's no reason for us to even try to risk our life just for running away from curfew. I mean, curfew is something stupid. So he calls the cop, the other cop car, saying that, oh, he got us here and whatever. So when we all got there and all the cop cars got there, they separated all three of us. Well, actually, they separated me from my two friends, and they had asked my friend, why are you guys sweaty? And my friend said we were playing basketball. I was like, where the hell do you get that excuse? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's gonna say we played basketball. But whatever. They asked me, why are you all sweaty? And I told them just straight up, I was running. And they were like, well, what were you running from? I was like, I don't know, I was just running. And they said, oh, okay, well, we got some reports about egging and other kind of stuff. And I was like, what other kind of stuff? And they were like, oh, just other kind of stuff, you shouldn't have to worry about it. So we were wondering if you three were the ones that caused it. And I was like, wait, what? If I did egging or any other kind of thing? And they were like, yes, sir. And I was like, no, I did not. And they were like, okay, well, can we see your hands? So they flashed the flashlight on my hands, and then they were like, well, can I see your shoes? I was like, yeah, sure. So they lifted my shoes, and they were like, well, is that an egg stain? I was like, no. I was like, that's just how my shoe sole is, or whatever the bottom of the shoe is called. And they were like, oh, okay, well, I guess you're right. And then what did they say? It was about the time the Lakers, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of sports, but the Lakers were in the finals. It was like 2 years ago. I think it was their first championship in their repeat. But that showed Game 6 on ESPN like at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And they had asked me what was I doing up, and I told them, well, I was watching the replay of the Laker game. And they were like, oh no, the Laker game already finished and you're lying to us. I'm like, no, I'm not lying to you, I'm being honest. And they're like, oh, whatever, you're probably the one that was egging too. I was like, no, I was not egging. And we're like, oh, okay. And then they started they went away from me, and they started talking to my friends, and I already knew my friends were already lying to them, like big time, because when they came back to me, they told me this whole different story about like we were playing basketball, and we were walking home from our friend Wally's house. He actually made up the name Wally, because I honestly don't know a Wally. And I thought that was pretty funny. I didn't laugh or anything. I was just like, whatever he told you, I really can't say it's the truth, and I can't tell you it's a lie either. And he was like, wait, what do you mean? I was like, I just can't tell you anything. And so the cops started asking me like, where do my parents work and stuff. I was like, oh, one's a teacher and one works at Walmart. He was like, oh, okay, we'll empty your pockets. So I had to empty my pockets, and at the time the T-Mobile G1 I think just came out, and I had the G1, and let's see, oh, he had actually told me, it was like, how can your parents afford a phone like this for you? I was like, wait, what does that mean? He was like, what? He was like, well, do you sell drugs? I was like, no, I don't sell drugs. He was like, what, really? How did you afford this phone then? I was like, my parents got it for me. He was like, how can your mom get it for you if she works at Walmart? And I was like, well, my dad's a teacher. He's like, yeah, but he probably doesn't earn more than what I do. I was like, oh, okay. Just because you can't get that phone doesn't mean I can't. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And he actually put the phone in his pocket, and he didn't give it back to me until like finally when I was released to my parents. It was stupid. So he actually puts the phone in his pocket, and then he was like, alright, just wait here. And another cop arrives. Apparently it's a police chief. And I was like, wow, why are you bringing all these guys for 3 kids? And so then they brought a lady who had reported eggings, and she had said, no, these aren't the kids that did it, the kids were in a truck. And so the cops were like, are you sure? And she was like, yes, the kids were in a truck. And then the police chief had said, alright guys, we'll let them go. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then the guy that actually had my phone in his pocket was like, no, you know what, no. And the police chief was like, what? He was like, they were running away from us, they were acting suspicious, and it's after curfew. And the police chief was like, oh, who cares, just let them go. And he's like, no, I'm gonna write them up. And like they went to the side and started talking, and then that's when the police came back and he said, you know what, yeah, we're gonna write you up for curfew. I was like, wait a minute, what? And they just said, be quiet. I was like, alright, whatever. So they told us to get into our cars, and at the time my friend didn't live here, he had moved away, so he was visiting, and he had to be taken to his cousin's house, and his cousin, he wasn't there, so the cops had to take him downtown. It was a whole bunch of crazy shit that happened, but whatever. Let's see what else happened. Oh, so he finally brings me home, and they tell my dad the story, and my dad was like, oh, okay, well, can we just leave him here? And he's like, sir, we're gonna have to give him a ticket. And my dad was like, no, why do you have to give him a ticket? So just for him saying why and no, they told my dad, well, we can take you downtown if you don't like it. And he was like, wait a minute, you're gonna give me a ticket? He's like, yes, sir, because you're disagreeing or some shit with a police officer. And my dad was like, wait a minute, what? And so the cop was just like giving him a whole bunch of different reasons of why he can give my dad a ticket. So my dad was like, you know what, just come inside already. So I went inside, and my dad was like, you know what, just go to bed, there's no reason to talk about this. And so for I think I had my court date, I think a month after I got in trouble. And we actually went to this lawyer that is related to one of my ex-girlfriends. We talked to her mom about her, I think it's her brother. So we went and we talked to him, and then he was like, well, you can actually pay a fine of $500. I was like, wait a minute, what? $500 for curfew? He was like, yes, it's a very serious offense. I was like, what? How? And he was just like, well, to be honest, I don't think it should be a crime, but apparently the city thinks so. I was like, alright, whatever. So he was like, you could actually pay $500 and do community hours. I was like, wow. And actually be put on probation. I was like, what? And so he was like, I'll see what I can do. So a month later happens, and he told me that I had to go to court and just say I was not guilty, whatever. So I pleaded not guilty, went home. Court wasn't really anything, it was just like, it was weird. I just said not guilty, went home, pretty much. So when I got home, the day after, he actually said that I got off easy, when my friend, actually the one that was visiting, got off for nothing because he was related to the police chief, and he didn't back me up. So that's a really asshole thing to do, but whatever. I only had to pay $100 plus be on a 2-month probation, which is stupid for a curfew. But ever since that moment with the cops, I just don't feel the same about them, because they still at night, even though I'm on my property, they still circle around this neighborhood looking at us, and it's just really stupid. I know that there's not a lot of crimes here, there's no actual killings here, like the worst that probably is probably kids walking around at night. That's the really stupid part. And I'm guessing the cops are just doing that because I don't know if they get more money for catching people or something, but I just thought it was really stupid. And yeah, that's probably the story that I have, and it took up 18 minutes of this video. I haven't even noticed what's happening in this video, to be honest. I just wanted to take up most of the time since it's not going to be a live commentary. And my throat actually hurts from talking all that time, but whatever. I guess it helps for storytelling, I guess. So now let me look at this gameplay. The screen goes like that, I'm guessing, for every scary part that happens in the game. Most of the time that I missed what was happening, so I never really got to see the scary part, or the scary parts, whatever they thought was scary. This game at times actually had me jumping really bad, and I actually already finished the playthrough. I already have everything recorded and stuff. The only thing that has gone wrong is with part 3, well, this part. So yeah, right now I'm uploading part 2, and it's about 1,270 minutes remaining, and it's only done 2%. So that's why I was initially thinking I should cut the videos in half, but apparently I'm just horrible with Sony Vegas, or I'm just horrible with computers, period. I tried cutting the video in half and it still was a 28-minute video, when in fact the video was only 14 minutes long. So something I did was wrong, and I have no idea what it was, because I know with the 20-minute to 30-minute video, my internet is gonna be uploading for like at least a day and a half, or at least a half a day, which is way too much, to be honest. And when I seem to go to sleep, the upload always seems to fail. Like when the screen goes into the sleep mode or whatever it's called, it always seems to fail the upload. So that's shitty. And someone just told me to turn up my brightness. I'm guessing he means in the video. Really? Is it dark? So I just I'll see my part 1 on YouTube right now and see if it's dark. If it is dark, I'm gonna have to raise the brightness, or yeah, I'll probably raise the brightness, or I won't add this color thing that I do with Call of Duty, because when I add the color on the Call of Duty videos, it actually makes it dark. So with the fear thing, I don't think I'm gonna add that effect, so that it stays natural to the video. But yeah, I think I talk about it in another part, but I'm actually already starting to work on I know I already started to work on my new Call of Duty series. It should be available soon. I think I already have a gameplay. Oh no, I still don't have a gameplay yet to start off my series, but I do have a game that I want to upload soon. I'm actually gonna do a commentary on that one right now. And right there, I don't think I ever noticed, but Alma pops up on that ladder. So it's pretty crazy. And yeah, these enemies have to be the most annoying, the suicide bombers. And my throat, I can't even talk anymore. But I noticed when I was playing multiplayer, I haven't played it online yet since I've been letting my videos upload, but I was playing it split screen and it was pretty fun. I'm gonna have to try it out and probably get some gameplays of it, since it is pretty fun. I don't know if it would be very entertaining to watch. I know fucking Run, that's the name of the game mode, was pretty fun. So I'll probably record some. And what mark am I? 22 minutes? So I need 2 more minutes. What can I do for 2 more minutes? I don't know. I don't really think I can Alright, sorry for that quiet moment. I was typing back to someone. He's telling me that part 1 might have been too dark, but I'll check it out. So if it is, I'll fix it in this part. But if it's just YouTube, like it wasn't me, then I don't know what I could do. But this part really had me saying, what the hell? I didn't know like what to do, to be honest. I think oh wait, I don't want to ruin it, so I'll just wait. And let's see. So I have actually been thinking about buying Battlefield, but I almost want to buy a computer, like to actually I've actually wanted to buy or build a really good computer for Battlefield. I have a friend that's really good at building computers, and I might ask another friend to actually build me one in a decent price range. I've never been really into computer gaming, but I've heard that if I was gonna buy Battlefield, it should be on the PC like it's meant to be. 60 frames per second compared to 30 frames per second is a huge difference. And I don't know if it runs if it still runs okay on a console, then I'll play it on the consoles. But if it's like too stuttery, I guess, I don't know how I can explain the frames per second, then I'll probably just have to go get a computer or something. I might have to do something like that, because I want to play a game to the best it can be on anything, you know. Usually a PC gamer would argue with me right now, then why am I not playing it with the PC versions of any game? But I've just liked consoles for like so long, and oh god, her yell is so loud and in your ear when I'm wearing my Tritons, and that's like the most, I don't know, well, I probably mentioned it so many times in this playthrough, but I love the sound. And there's a pregnant Elma, and I finally found out what that thing was. In other videos, in other parts, I say that I don't know what it is, but now since I finished the game, I pretty much know everything now, and it's pretty interesting. I did like this video. I did like this game, and I still need to play as Paxton Fettel. I played with a friend going through the whole story, and he was Paxton Fettel, and it looked pretty fun. But I decided to take a little break from Fear, Fear story, and I'm gonna be playing like multiplayer and stuff like that, and probably be working on my Black Ops series. I gotta work on an intro. I just need to work on an intro for any of my videos, to be honest. I noticed that's what's lacking. I want higher quality videos, so I think my few subscribers have actually deserve higher quality videos. So yeah, maybe I'll invest into a mic soon. But this part actually had me scared. I'm sorry that I didn't get this live, but this live actually had me get the hell out of here, get the hell out of here. That's all I was saying, because honestly, my reaction from just shooting everything pretty much explains everything, because I was literally scared of everything in there, because to me, in shooters, I need to see the target, and I didn't know if that thing would hit me or not, and I hate that, because in Fear, and I think Fear 2, there was these ninjas that would just like appear out of nowhere, so that would scare me also. So yeah, the gameplay is actually coming to an end soon, and I think I want to just end my commentating here, because oh my god, my throat hurts, and maybe I'll have a bottle of water next time I do one of these long commentaries and long stories. So yeah guys, comment, like, subscribe, and I'm sorry that this wasn't live commentated, but I hope my story kept you entertained through the whole video. Alright guys, peace.